Oh shit, yes! Welcome to Cosmic Vinyl. I'm Cosmic Brian, your host. God dang it, we have made it to another weekend. Hello, cosmonauts. Woo! Woo! A little Ric Flair there, baby. All right, so you guys are probably wondering, you folks that watch the channel pretty religiously are probably wondering, where was the midweek? Huh? Where was the midweek offering, Cosmic Brian? Well, you might see here, I have a little swelling right here on my face, which was, I'll show a picture here, but it was about out to here. I had apparently a dental abscess, and I've been on antibiotics all week. I was miserable, friggin' miserable, man. There was gonna be no video, let alone even getting up out of bed. I was so fucked up. Messed with my whole system, man. Fever, body aches, the whole works. Damn! So I'm gonna try and come back strong here with a very sort of menagerie of stuff that I'm gonna show you here. A few non-vinyl albums, including maybe some comic books. But let's get this going first, huh? How about a little Big Chug to start the weekend off right? Woo! Yeah, baby! Let's do it. Down the hatch, man. To the weekend. No more swollen face. I love it.
Oh, yes, my good friend, of course.
Oh. Nice. All right, let's do this. All right, so I want, first off, I've had this piece that I've added to the interior decorating of the cosmic realm. It's something I found before I moved into the city. There was this gal who lived across the street from us. She hadn't paid rent for like a year. So finally the land god, he friggin' hauled all her stuff out to the curb. And I seen this item that caught my eye, and I thought, fuck, I'm gonna grab that before the garbage men come by. And it's this ship. This is amazing. I was so happy to save this. This is a ship. It's made of all like bull horns. So this is the main body of the ship here, and that's the bullhorn. And then even the sails here are made out of pieces of bullhorn. Man, this is such a unique piece, man. I do not want to drop it. How cool is that shit, man? Fits right into the cosmic realm, man. Give you one last look. Arg! Love it. This is very cool, man. If I seen that at like a fleam or something, I'd pick it up for sure. Now I'm gonna move on to some comics, man. I put together a pretty nice run of Doctor Strange books. I told you guys how I've been trying to collect. It's the 70s and 80s run of Doctor Strange, Master of the Mystic Arts. And but I found some pretty good ones. This is number 2 here. Friggin' great cover. Look at Strange right there. Love Doctor Strange. And I think I've already showed you this one, but it's worth another look. Him fighting his nemesis, Dormammu. Great. Look at his stance. Look at Doctor Strange's stance. And then I know I've showed you this cosmic cover. How great is that? I think that one's number 4. So I got 2, 3, and 4. I think this one is number 9. Again, in a battle of the power, the cosmic powers and the mystic arts with Dormammu. Nice stuff. And then here you got him going up against his other nemesis, Baron Mordo. That's Mordo right there. I love it, man. And one thing about Doctor Strange, he always flashes the the devil horns. Gotta love that stuff. Here's another cool one there. And then you've got him fighting a plethora of monsters. I believe he's even flashing the devil horns right there. How cool is that shit, man? I love when they fight monsters. Oh man, then a giant-sized Doctor Strange battling some hellish beast from below. Love it, man. So that's my new Doctor Strange run right there. And then I picked up this Where Monsters Dwell, man. Very cool book. And not to stray too far from Doctor Strange, here's another run that I'm working on. But check out that cover art. I love it. It's a little bit more of a unique look at Doctor Strange. And this is a new, actually a new book that I'm reading, Fall Sunrise, with Trad Moore writing the story and doing the artwork as well. And I believe his wife does the coloring. But look at that cover. It's absolutely killer. I gotta show you some cool stuff inside too. Here's a friggin' awesome 2-page spread. Look at that. It's friggin' psychedelic as hell. Love sitting listening to some psychedelic music, reading some Doctor Strange. This is part of that same run. He's doing, looks like to me he's smoking a little bong hits there maybe. Got nothing bad to say about that. The newest Fantastic Four series. Great stuff here. Check that out. Human Torch in action. Absolutely gorgeous book. Then I'm little Planet Hulk, World Breaker Hulk. This one features this is set in the future on Sakaar, where Hulk went off on a hiatus from Earth, and he was a gladiator champion on Sakaar. But this is features She-Hulk and Amadeus Cho, the more recent Hulk, and then also Bruce Banner Hulk is in this as well. Some great artwork on this book too, man. So great. This is another war book I'm reading, Junkyard Joe. Junkyard Joe's a robot soldier who the government put with a platoon in Vietnam, and all his platoon was killed except for one guy, and then 30 years later, whatever it is, he shows up on that guy's doorstep as he escaped the government. Very cool book, Junkyard Joe. Check it out. It's on Image Comics. I picked up this classic Thor book. Man, I love the old Thor books. Now, I bought this one online strictly for the cover because I love Vision. The Vision is awesome, man. He's basically one of the strongest and most powerful in the Marvel Universe, really, if you think about it. But look at that great cover. And then in celebration of the new Quantum Mania featuring the introduction of Kang the Conqueror, here's this book, Timeless, with Kang on the cover. How great is that? Anyway, just some comics and stuff. I know you guys came for the vinyl. Just humor me for a little bit because the vinyl is coming now. So check this out. Here's what we were listening to. This is Shock Paris. Picked this up at the record show. This is called Steel and Starlight. Released in 1987 on IRS Records. This is a Cleveland, Ohio power metal band. Sounds very very much like new wave of British heavy metal. Great sound. Check out the band on the back there. The guitarist on this the lead guitarist on this can just rip, man, when he goes for it. Point and Case, the opening track that we were listening to there called Go Down Fighting. And the singer, Vic Hicks, right here, he's got a great rock and roll metal voice, man. He can friggin' wail. Similar to like Lizzie Borden, that kind of voice. You ever notice how these metal bands, they always have to make the title of their bands like, it has to have an X in it or a Z where there should be like a CK, or they just like Shock Paris, they just simply remove the C that wasn't necessary in the word shock. And then this Vic Hicks, they always have to have an X in their name or something like that. It's a totally 80s thing, man. But yeah, there's quite a bit of fist clenching moments on here for you to friggin' headbang your ass off and vent some aggression from the daily grind. I love that record, man. And check it out. This is another hard rock metal album that I picked up at the record show. And this one's called Five Guns West. Released in 1989 on Wild West Records. This is a total blind buy on my part, but it turns out these guys are like an LA sleaze rock band, kind of on the same order as like, say, a Faster Pussycat, Jet Boy, LA Guns, those type of acts. But maybe not quite as on par with those bands. But they apparently gigged quite a bit in the LA area. And the reason I know that is this came with what was described as a press kit. It's really just a bunch of photocopies of like flyers and clippings out of magazines that they were featured in. But it's kind of cool, man. This is a cool thing to find. It's just stapled together. But like I said, it's got a little bit of a bio here. And then you've got some magazine clippings there from like I said, that they were featured in magazines. There's another one there. And then there's also some flyer stuff that's very cool. And they played with a lot of cool bands. I mean, you see Jet Boy on there at the Roxy. I mean, it's very cool. I love this, man. I don't even care that it's a copy. There's another one. They must have been headlining that one, but oh, I love it, man. The Flyer Wars. And then it also came with this 8x10 glossy like promo pic of the band, which I thought was really super cool. Love that. I can't believe all that shit was still in there, man. But yeah, the way I feel like what happened to these guys is they may have came too late to the party because, around 89 or so, shit was starting to kind of the metal scene and the hair metal and stuff was starting to die down, mostly due to the onslaught of grunge music and shit. So they kind of took a back seat to the new scene that was coming in, and a lot of bands like this just got kind of forgotten about. And but this is cool, man. I dig this. Has some great songs. You've got Walls Fall Down, Thrill Train, Bad Boys Rock and Roll. It's a fun LP, man. And that press kit, look at that. Some clippings of like dead rock stars and how they died. Like crazy, man. Crazy album. I love it. The next one is another metal album. I picked this up. I hadn't been to this record store down here called Frenchtown Records yet. And I picked this up. And I also picked up this sticker from the store. I love my stickers, man. Especially from record stores, Frenchtown Records. This is called Waste. This is the band Wasted. And the album is called Vices. This is their debut LP released in '83 on Chrysalis Records. British hard rock metal band featuring former UFO bassist Pete Way, which is super cool. Pete had left UFO and started this band, and he sounds pretty good. This sounds pretty good, man. I mean, he surrounded himself with some guys that can really play too, and the singer is pretty cool too. But it's funny because there's some liner notes here, and all the musicians in the band are thanking their sponsors, like their drum sponsor or their guitars. And then you've got the singer Finn Muir who thanks his hairdressers. Oh my God! I mean, that's a typical lead singer thing to do. I mean, you don't play anything, so. But how funny is that, man? At least he looks good, right, while he's performing. But yeah, this is pretty damn cool, man. It's nothing groundbreaking, but this is a solid debut metal record. Here's on the inner sleeve there a pic of the band just kind of hanging out. But I love this cover. Check this out. It's got the woman in chains there with the Nosferatu guy taunting her or whatever, and she's pissed off. And actually this cover kind of represents what the album is too. It's a lot of misogynistic lyrics and stuff, man. Heavy jams, but very misogynistic. But that was the 80s, man. I mean, that's how things were, man. Songs about, banging chicks and friggin', there is actually a song called Woman in Chains. It's like a heavy jam, but the lyrics are pretty laughable. I mean, talking about some girl that immediately bends over and, just the usual 80s chick that puts out kind of lyrics, which is crazy. But the production on that's a little bit boggy, but not enough to keep me from listening to it. I dig that Wasted album, man. Maybe it's because I was wasted when I listened to it. All right, now this next one's a little shift. We're gonna shift gears a little bit. This is Detective, self-titled LP. Released in '77 on the Swan Song label, which is Zeppelin's label. And this band features former Silverhead frontman and MacGyver nemesis Michael DeBar. Yeah, this is a cool album, man. It's heavy rock. I don't know if I wouldn't lean as far as to say it's metal, but it's definitely got a hard rock vibe to it. And I just love Michael DeBar's vocal style. He's got that bluesy, raspy voice, kind of like a hard rock Rod Stewart. Very much like a Rod Stewart, man. And so this is a bit more polished than, say, the sleazy gutter rock of Silverhead. But there's still elements of that rock and roll swagger on this LP as well, man. I just love the look there, though, man. Look how cool those guys look in their friggin' leisure suits and scarves. And to be honest, there is a little bit of Zeppelin worship on here as well on a song called Grim Reaper. I dig this album. This is a cheapo too, man. I see this in bargain bins and shit all the time. You can pick this up really cheap. Here's another cool gem that you can find in the bargain bins, and this is Paris. This one's called Big Town 2061. Now, I do have their first record, which I showed a while back, and this is very Zeppelin-esque right here. Really caught me off guard, as this band features Fleetwood Mac, former member of Fleetwood Mac, and solo artist Bob Welch, who I am definitely a fan of, man. But yeah, this is just like cocaine-fueled mid to late 70s rocker here, man. But this one's a bit more funky than their previous LP. A little more street level New York City rock and roll, man. Kind of leaning more toward what Bob Welch did in his solo career with his solo records. I'm not gonna lie, man, I dig this record. Maybe not quite as much as the first Paris record, but I love this, man. I love the pick on the back of the band hamming it up there, man. But yeah, the title track is just this groove-laden, funky rocker. And then, of course, you've got the sci-fi cover. What is that? Is that Tatooine there from Star Wars, the planet? Then you've got like these chrome, curvy chrome chicks there. Look like they could be a counterpart of maybe like the Silver Surfer. Always got to bring comics into it, don't you, Cosmic Bee? But yeah, I love this, man. Cool record, man. It's something I'll spin, man. Like I said, man, cheap pickup. And I got one more to show you here. This is one the Perch picked up for me. Now, all along, since high school, I've had Dio-fronted Rainbow albums. I had Rainbow Rising, and I also had Long Live Rock and Roll. But I could never lay hands on this one. This one's Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. Finally landed a copy of this. Released in 1975 on the Polydor label. But maybe not as heavy as those first before mentioned records. But still has great moments of great rock and roll. For example, the opening track, you won't find a much better opening metal track than Man on the Silver Mountain. Dio's voice is just like insane on that. I love Dio as a singer, man. So great. Man, when he passed, man, that really hit me big time, man. He was like a god to me and my friends that hung out. Love this record. Glad to have it. Thank you, Perch, your good friend. Somebody asked when the Perch is going to make an appearance on the show. We're working that out, by the way. He does live quite far south. He'll have to work through some tributaries, rivers, creeks, and whatever to get up here, you know. But we'll work something out so the Perch will be on the show soon. So stay tuned to meet the Perch in person. That was dumb. All right, you guys, man. Hey, thanks for hanging out, man. Sorry about the no midweek video. We'll make up for it. Maybe we'll even do another video this weekend. Who knows, man? But here's to you, man. Long live rock and roll. Long live Cosmic Vinyl. Stay cool. Stay cosmic. We'll catch you on the next video. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Give us a thumbs up. Why not? You're having a rollicking good time. All right. See you guys. Peace.